Hello everyone, happy Sunday, buona domenica a tutti. Are you ready for this new workshop? Today we will be making glazed apple fritters. The recipe is fantastic because it's very simple. It takes a few steps. We have apples, eggs, butter, baking powder, salt, sugar, milk, cinnamon, all-purpose flour, and obviously we need oil. The oil that we need is around 350, 400 grams. It depends on how big is going to be your saucepan. I already have here my apples cut into very small pieces. I have already saw that someone was asking what kind of apples we are using. For frying and baking and cooking, I always use Granny Smith apples. They have a great consistency and texture, and also a little bit of acidity, which is perfect with the amount of sugar that we usually use in every recipe. So for these apple fritters, I just want to make sure that the apples are cut into small pieces. We are not going to cook them. We are not going to bake them. Just straight into the butter. As I said, this is going to be, and it is, a very simple and easy recipe to make. Now, let me turn this on. Here we have all-purpose flour. I'm going to add sugar, baking powder, a little bit of salt. We always want to add salt to balance the sweetness. Cinnamon. You can also add nutmeg. Grate some fresh nutmeg. Combine those ingredients together. Did you guys make the last recipe? What we made last week? Gideon's Bakehouse cookies. If you did, let me know. How was the recipe? Wasn't amazing? Giant cookies loaded with chocolate chips. If you didn't watch that workshop, just go and watch it because those cookies were absolutely amazing. Set our dry ingredients aside. Here I have milk, my eggs, my butter. And here now, again, using a whisk, you just combine all those ingredients together. Let's go back to our dry ingredients here, and we are going to add our apples. We add our apples to the flour because we want our apples to be fully coated in our flour. Simple and easy like that. And at this point, we are going to add our wet ingredients. And all in once. And then you just combine those ingredients together. Let this sit for a minute or two so that the flour is going to absorb completely the liquids. The flour that I'm using is all-purpose flour. If you are in the UK, it's plain flour. Then you grab a spoon, a small one or a medium one. It really depends if you want bites or if you want some big apple fritters. You get ready with your cookie rack. You have your spider net strainer. Okay, I can see that now the flour is absorbing all the liquids. Let's see if I have some questions here. The matcha cookies were delicious. I froze a batch and I am still eating them. They are still delicious. Yes, guys, that's what I do. Before baking them, I usually freeze them, and then I take them out straight from the freezer and I bake them. You just bake them for a couple of minutes longer, but you have this way cookies that are absolutely fresh and delicious, basically. And also they hold the shape more, so they will not spread. All right, let's talk about the oil. So here I have in my saucepan oil. I always like to go with neutral tasting vegetable oil, like corn, canola, grapeseed, and what I'm using today is actually corn or sunflower as well. What I'm using today is corn, is my preference, but it's really up to you what you want to use. They have a higher burning point as opposed to other kind of oils, so they are perfect for the high temperature that we have to go with when we fry. So this is ready. I can tell that the flour has absorbed all the liquids. And now with the spoon, with the ice cream scoop, you don't want this to be too full because you don't want them to be too big. I'm going to drop my butter here and then I push it down a little bit. I don't want this to be like a ball, or it's going to be more difficult to bake in the inside, to cook fully in the inside. Push down. And one more. So it's gonna take about 5 minutes to fully fry them. And 2.5 minutes on one side and another couple of minutes on the other side. And I will be making in the meantime, one is going to be the glaze and the other one is going to be sugar and cinnamon, which I personally love. They start getting pretty, changing color to golden brown, so it doesn't have to be necessarily 2 minutes. Once again, keep an eye on it. We're gonna add to our icing sugar some milk. Start with 2 tablespoons because you never know. I personally like the glaze that is very dense, but if you want a glaze that is a little bit thinner, you go with a little bit more milk. This is the consistency that I like, pretty dense. You can also add a little bit of vanilla, which I'm going to do, to your glaze. They already look beautiful. I hope you guys are making this with me or you are going to make them today. I love it. They look fantastic already. And here I have sugar and cinnamon. The ratio is totally up to you. Guys, they are ready. Look at that. You can add a paper towel at the bottom. I forgot. I don't want to go to the other side of the table, otherwise you guys know what might happen. So, hey guys, now here we have the final part. How long does it take to make these beauties? Come on, 20 minutes in total. Don't you want to make this in the morning every Sunday? Okay, so here we have, oh my God, look at that, so crunchy. So for the glazed one, guys, here we have our beautiful glaze, and you just drizzle. Ah, look at that. Look at that. Can I get some likes? So don't forget to like, share as well, because you know that this helps to support the channel, and it truly means a lot to me. This one, we are going to roll it into some delicious cinnamon and sugar. This looks more like a chicken, like a chicken thigh. All right, take a look at this deliciousness here. Let me have this one with the glaze. Oh, look at that. Perfectly baked inside with this huge, big piece of apples. Can you hear how crunchy this is? Oh my God, I'm literally drooling while I'm eating those. Oh my God. No mixer, no machines, no waiting time, no mixing, no yeast. This is it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you next Sunday. Bye, everyone.